Hello everyone and welcome back to Tush Trains. So today we'll be going over a topic which is why you should eat 4 servings of fermented food on a daily basis. Now I'm just going to cut straight through all of the BS and literally tell you how good this stuff is. First and foremost, I do want to say that this is the stuff that got me back my hair. So bear that in mind while I'm going through these points. So first off, in terms of gut microbiome and diversity, so the gut houses trillions of bacteria. These trillions of bacteria have a role to play in digestion, immunity, and mental health. Fermented foods basically increase microbial diversity. This leads to lower inflammation and better digestion. It also makes sure that there's reduced inflammatory markers. Now, this is particularly good for all types of conditions related to autoimmune diseases. If you don't know already, I have alopecia and I reversed it using holistic techniques such as these. In terms of reducing inflammatory markers, let's go on to the second point. So fermented foods reduce inflammation. So chronic inflammation basically leads to autoimmune diseases, skin issues, and gut disorders. So this is why it's best to focus on your gut health. Like I said, I have alopecia, and basically what happens when you get chronically inflamed is that all of these conditions get worsened. If you already are predisposed by your genetics to have these types of conditions, or you have people in your family that do have things like lupus, rheumatoid arthritis, alopecia, vitiligo, then you may be susceptible to getting these types of diseases. I would say to focus on fermented foods because they can reduce inflammatory proteins like IL-6 and CRP. These two are linked to arthritis and IBD, which is inflammatory bowel disease. And this is terrible. You don't want this. Trust me, you do not want this. So unlike probiotics in pill form, fermented food provide live active cultures in a bioavailable way. This is especially crucial because you want to have this in a bioavailable way so that your body can absorb those nutrients. It's extremely imperative that you have these things in a bioavailable way. On top of this, it improves digestion and nutrient absorption. Fermentation basically pre-digests food, and this makes it easier to absorb. If you want to absorb vitamins like B12, K2, and magnesium, this would make it extremely easy to do so. Fermented foods also produce enzymes that help break down lactose, gluten, and fiber. Now, these are potentially hard things to break down in your gut, but when you have fermented foods, it makes it all that easier to digest these things. So these enzymes that are produced basically aid in digestion and reduce bloating overall. They also produce lactic acid bacteria. So this is found in numerous fermented foods. And what these help to do is seal the gut lining. When alopecia happens, potentially something that causes alopecia is leaky gut. And this is basically intestinal permeability of the gut lining. This allows food, toxins, and particles to get through, and this causes systemic inflammation throughout your body. Now, going on to the next point, in terms of mental health and brain function, 90% of serotonin is produced in the gut. Now, this is very important because serotonin is that chemical in your brain that makes you feel good. So you do actually want to take care of your gut health because this could potentially increase your mood. So because you fix your gut, you basically improve your gut-brain connection. Now, what this does is it reduces anxiety and depression. So a long time ago, when I never used to focus on my gut health, I used to have bouts of panic attacks, anxiety, depression, and it used to be horrible. But now that I actually have these probiotics and fermented foods that help me, and also prebiotics, you can't forget that, I have had no episodes of panic attacks, not much anxiety, and not much depression, as compared to when I was completely neglecting my gut health. Now, it also lowers cortisol levels. So cortisol is the stress hormone, and when it lowers the cortisol levels, what happens is it increases your mood and your cognitive function. So your brain will be able to have better function and you'll be able to do tasks with relative ease. Now, the best fermented foods I would eat on a daily basis would be these. First one would be sauerkraut. Sauerkraut has a lot of fiber and it has vitamin C. What this does is it supports digestion. The next one would be yogurt. I am a sucker for yogurt bowls. I love yogurt bowls. So I would usually have yogurt bowls in the evening after I've come back from work and it's been an absolutely atrocious day. I would literally just grab a yogurt bowl with skyr and just make something together with maybe dark chocolate, blueberries, blackberries, raspberries, and this would literally give my body the probiotics that it needed. The probiotics basically support the gut and immune health. The next one is kefir. So kefir actually has more probiotics than yogurt, and this is extremely good for gut repair. So the next one is kombucha. So kombucha is rich in probiotics and organic acids. This supports your detox. So it supports the whole process of detoxification. Now, one thing I will say is that the sauerkraut, most of it in the store is pasteurized. Now, I do not believe in having stuff pasteurized. I believe that you should have it unpasteurized and you should make it yourself, because that's honestly the best way to find out what's actually inside the fermented food. Sauerkraut, you can make this unpasteurized. You can also get these recipes from my Beacons AI, and the link is in my bio. So I basically give you recipes on sauerkraut, kefir, kombucha, and sourdough. These are all really good places to start if you're looking to look after your gut health. Get these recipes and make your own on a weekly basis or whenever you can, basically, to improve your gut health, because it will really improve everything else in your life. Yogurt, I mean, you could actually make your own, but me personally, I like to go to the store and get the yogurt, but it has to be a specific kind. You have to get the ones that are not messed with. You have to actually read the label and be like, oh, this has got stabilizers, xanthan gum, and all of that crap. You don't need it. It's like completely unnecessary. So do not go and buy stuff like that. Just buy the basic yogurt, milk, live cultures, you know, like stuff that you should actually have in yogurt. Kefir, now I'd say this one you have to make your own too. All of the kefir that I've found in the store is basically pasteurized, and what you want to do is you want to get your hands on raw, unpasteurized kefir. Now this can be found usually in farmer shop. That's where I found it, and that's where it's been. But I would say you just get some kefir grains and start making your own. It's a lot less headache. You don't have to travel anywhere, or you can get it delivered to your house, either one. And like I said, with the kombucha, you can actually make your own. You can make different flavors of kombucha too. I've literally seen this woman on TikTok that makes passion fruit kombucha, which is really, really cool. My friend from America, he's also a fitness professional. He makes kombucha on a regular basis, and it's sensational. Honestly, it does wonders for your health. So all in all, I'd like to say incorporate loads of fermented foods into your diet, and let me know what you think. Let me know how you feel in terms of your mood. Let me know how your physique looks, and let me know how much progress you're making with these new additions into your diet. Thank you for coming to my talk, and I'll see you on the next one.